Okay, here we are. Welcome, welcome everyone to our Unlimited Network Mastermind, something that we do every Saturday, 10 a.m. We dedicate 1 hour every week, to nurture, to discover, nurture, master our prosperity consciousness. And at this moment, we are working with this powerful book called The Amazing Power of Deliberate Intent from Abraham-Hicks, this higher consciousness that is helping us to understand our own selves and how powerful creators we are. And I just want to highlight, well, today first say that it's Saturday, December the 10th, 2016. So we are getting here closer and closer to completion time, to do our completions here and then to open our new year fresh and ready with this kind of new thinking that we are all learning here. And again, it's not something, when I use the word learn, it's not like it's going to be learning intellectually only. We are committed here to integrate this work, to embody it, to really express this high frequency of prosperity consciousness, that at the end is nothing else than a higher frequency of consciousness. So we are coming out from the scarcity, mentality, consciousness, separation, fear, and we are and embody, our true nature here. So patience, perseverance, passion, if you feel it, that's the motivation here. And right now, one thing that I want to say also, because I know there is people looking at the video today, that if you want to be on the panel with us here, talking or whatever, remember to email Arne, A-R-N-E, at unlimitednetwork.com. And you can, not only to us being here, you have comments or you have questions, or you want to invite some friend or something like that, that's the address, Arne, A-R-N-E, at unlimitednetwork.com, and he can direct you to whatever it is that you are looking for. And here we continue with our book. We stopped last week on page 55. What we are doing right now is discern, like from the most popular wishes that human beings have, is my understanding from this section of the book, to discern what are the most popular also negative or limiting belief systems. And we are, Abraham is offering us new concepts, new thinking, new thoughts that are more in alignment with what we are looking for. So I think really this part of the book is for us to see the difference, the different vibration between one thinking, one thought, and another, and how we can detect that, this thought can be in alignment with what I'm asking, or if I really believe these collective things that they are saying the most popular way of resistance is this one, and we are going through that now, then we are more awake or aware to release it and to focus on what we want, on thinking thoughts that supports what we are looking for, okay? And I love it, this section, because it's so human, it's like, so we stopped last week about working with the desire or wanting a home. And in this case, we start page 55, and it says, I want to own my home. Okay, many people will like that, right? Now, the question is your thinking in alignment with that desire or not? And what they teach us here is that the very common belief is that to own my own home, I need a large down payment, spending everything, and I am already spending everything I'm making. That's something that is your reality today. You probably think this way, okay? So we have to be aware that this is not in alignment for you to really own your own home, okay? But it's closer to allow that you're looking for, a new home, is this. At this time, the economy is such that nearly anyone, if they really want to, can own their own home. At this time, the economy is such that nearly anyone can own their own home. Oh, imagine that you can believe that, okay? Even or transcending the appearance, okay, of our countries and, the news and all the ideas, imagine at one point that you can let go all that and you really focus on thinking what you choose to think. This kind of thought right now that is possible, to have it already opens the door. And a new belief that is closer even to allow what you are looking here, if you want a new home, I know that when I finally decide I want to purchase a home, I will be able to figure out how to do it. And for me, what I sense with this thinking, is like, okay, I'm not about it, okay? When the time arrives, touches me, this connects me, this thought connects me with a confidence, that I will know how to do it. Let it go, and I don't get on the way, of manifesting that. So these are great examples. And again, open the microphone. I don't know, Jaren, if you want to share something, but if you want, just open the microphone or scream out and I stop reading. Do you want to say something, Jaren?
Actually, yeah. So these
yes,
what we're going to do now, there are lots of examples of things that people commonly see. And for me, it's I don't know, I'm unfamiliar with like why it would be useful to see it as vibrational alignment, but for me it's quite familiar, because with nonviolent communication you're always searching for what are your needs that you're trying to meet or that you don't think will be met, which are causing you feelings. And it's great, like, and then when you get to those needs, it's kind of clear you got so many opportunities to meet them, because our real needs are not material. Our needs are for shelter, that's material, but shelter can be achieved in many ways. But we also want security, comfort, and peace, and beauty around us. So we want a beautiful home, of course, that meets those needs, but that's not the only way to meet those needs. But then if you can get more into alignment or contact or connection with your basic needs, then you can see that there are opportunities. Like you say, the market is right to buy your own home right now, but maybe that's not always the case, but there might be other ways to get those needs met as well. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about when I'm hearing all these examples.
I think there is also a part of the truth that the main needs cannot be material, because what you are is not material. It cannot be satisfied with material things. Whatever you are is not a material body, but it's the part of illusion. So what you think you need material is also just an illusion. It's satisfying something deeper within inside, which is not material.
Okay, well, with what I'm hearing here, if I was the universe, okay, I would say, oh, these people don't need anything material. Okay. I think for me personally, honestly, our world is an expression of our spiritual world, and that form that we give to the material world from, like you were saying, Jaren, comfort, is physical. We have the right to have a very comfortable, easy, beautiful, abundant, prosperous life in the physical world, and I think the more we can download that understanding from ease and grace, the opposite to have it to make it, and effort and all that stuff, allowing it, because on some level, all of us, at some level of frequency, we already are that kind of experience, that kind of prosperity consciousness, So to me, I think, I don't know, but I get here that we don't want material things, and to me, the opposite. I'm super committed, like, no, I do want to master the manifestation of this dimension. Is kind of, gosh, exciting, So I don't know if I understood right or not, but yes, Arne, go for it, please.
I think, sorry, I missed you guys last week, but love to be here. And it's, I think this is very, very interesting that, material, not material. Well, what about, do we have the power to not manifest? So the answer is no. We are manifesting, not manifesting anything. We are constantly manifesting something. It's like the outside world out here, we call the material world, it's just a mirror. So if it's a mirror, and we have all the arguments of, it shouldn't be material, we should this and this and that, those are just showing up in the mirror. And the mirror doesn't care what it shows, but it doesn't have the power not to show. It will show. Now, we on the other side here, sitting, well, I don't want to be materialistic. Who says that? Doesn't care. The world doesn't care. There's plenty of everything. And the way we got our new house actually is one day, about 6 months ago, I decided, I just got the feeling, oh, I really love Costa Rica. I want to stay here. I wasn't committed. Okay, so then I became committed to be here. Minutes. I got the idea that over here, and why don't I call those people and see if I can get that house? I got that house without the down payment, without any of that. A wonderful thing, the whole 9 yards, exactly as we're describing here. And I really feel like the mirror or the universe is vibrating in tune with us. We are like a tuning fork. Whatever I vibrate with, the universe is not going to sit there and say, well, I'm not going to vibrate like that with him. It doesn't have a choice. Just will vibrate the way we vibrate. So now, do I then I get the responsibility. I get the responsibility of not complaining, because everything I see comes from me. And I also get the power. If I don't want to have what I see, I have to do some inner work, which is what we do here. And that's all I have to say about that.
Wow, thank you.
When I say
Thank you.
we don't need material things, it doesn't mean the opposite. I mean, we shouldn't go after material things as main needs. It doesn't mean the opposite either. I mean, we need material things because we are in material body at the moment. We came here, we chose to be here, and we wanted to enjoy in this platform. That's fine. Someone who says, I want to be spiritual and I don't want anything material, I don't want to be rich, for example, he's still giving a value to material things. It gives value, so says that I don't want this in my life. And when you say I want this or I don't want this, you give a value to material things. Instead of giving value how much you want it or how much you don't want it in your experience, focus on how you want to experience it, how you want to enjoy it. You want to enjoy having nothing, having minimalist, or you want to enjoy having $1 million, but just be conscious of that. This is just a play, just a game. We came here to enjoy those things, not to chase after and become frustrated, tired of it.
Wow, that we are deepening today. I love it. I love it. At the end, from my experience, I will say, to recognize that innocence, and that beauty, like you said right now, this is a play, and I can play it. I don't affect anybody because I want this or I want that. We create from nothingness, illusion, dreaming, enjoying, and come back, So I think that the difference that I see between scarcity consciousness and prosperity consciousness is that from the scarcity consciousness perspective, we think or we engage with something because we think that when we get it, we are going to be happy, like grateful and generous, that we already are that. So I love, the prosperity consciousness in the sense that the creation becomes fun, not when the object is the source of my happiness or my fulfillment or my peacefulness or safety or whatever. The opposite. Prosperity consciousness implies that you know who you are. So you start to create from the play that you were saying, Beryl, and the non-attachment and the flow, because happiness, you already are happiness, capital letters, not because I reason or because I have or I am or whatever, just because happiness is our natural state, So I think that has a big, huge difference. And again, wake up, wake up spiritually. So then we can master this physical world from the play, from the innocence and the playfulness, let's say, that you were saying, Beryl, here, because we already are whole and complete, So I think that's key for us, to distinguish. Okay, let's continue. Excuse me? Okay, let's continue here. If you want to open the microphone, okay, so that give us a sign. That, yes, Johan, go for it.
Yeah, I think, first of all, thanks Arne for mentioning the fact that we're always having manifestations. We don't have a choice to not be. We don't have a choice for the world to not be. We just have a choice how we interact with the world, how we relate to it. And I also want to clarify that I didn't mean like we don't have physical needs, but I just want to, it's just a certain perspective. Like our needs are not physical, but we can achieve them. We can only meet them with physical forms. Like even relating to each other, we are in a physical world. Otherwise, there's no relation because we'll just be one. You cannot interact with each other if you are not having physical form, because if you're just unity, you're just one. There is no interaction, basically. Yeah, so. But like for instance, if you don't have any, if you're in an empty area, there's just hard ground, and you want comfort. There's no way to get comfort without anything. You need something, either a bed, a chair, a couch. But I just want to mention that we don't have to get stuck to one particular strategy. I'm like, oh, I need a couch. Only then I can be comfortable. But there's no couch. Nowhere there's a couch on earth. Then that doesn't mean that you cannot be comfortable at all. You just have to be creative.
Thank you. Okay, page 56. Desire, just to keep practicing, you know, alignment or non-alignment. I want to find a home that will satisfy me for all of the days of my life. Okay. Believe, in general, the popular one. Even if that perfect place is out there somewhere, I don't know how I will find it, if it will be available, or how I could afford it. So interesting, you know, how the limited mind is so doubting, you know, like really, blah, blah, blah. Another belief that could be more opening is experience has shown me that I am changing, that I am a changing being, capital B. And my tastes and desires relative to all things are changing. So that opens up that we don't have to grasp, you know, the same house forever. And the new belief that looks higher frequency, and it's up to us to detect that, I think that's what we are mastering here, is it's not necessary for me to find a home that will please me forever. I will find one that pleases me for now, and then I will make another decision later. That shows, from my perspective, freedom, safety, confidence, you know, not emergency, you don't have to grasp it, non-attachment. So I love that I can sense, you know, difference between one thought and another already here. Some people argue that simply reaching for things that feel a little better seems of little consequence to changing anything. Does it to do just say different words? Is not that just a form of denial? I have been taught that I should tell it like it is, and that I should face up to reality. Understand that this process will help you create a different and more pleasing reality. Like Arne says, we are creating, doesn't matter what. If you continue to see things as they are and talk about them as they are, nothing can change. Instantly see them in a very different way than they are, but you can easily mold your perspective into increasingly better feeling places on every subject of importance to you. And as you make those vibrational shifts and feel the emotional improvements, the vibrational discrepancy between your desires and beliefs will be resolved into perfect alignment with what you desire, and what manifests in your life experience will absolutely reflect. Why would you want to accept or face a reality that is not pleasing when you can create a reality that is pleasing? So let's keep integrating here the ability that we have. I really see this as an ability, okay, that we have to go beyond the appearance, to don't get stuck in what I have already created, and to be open to stay more entertained, more focused, more busy with what I want to create, that one is already created. Okay, and I see, Candace, that you opened the microphone.
Yes, I was just thinking about
yes, welcome.
the quality of feelings. I was definitely wanting to find a home that would be it forever, you know, a long-term home. And partially because I've been kind of traveling this past year, being in one place a few months in the next place, and that's been great because it was what I asked for. I had asked for travel, and I got it in a real. I've been getting it. Still got a little more to do. But I was just thinking how grateful I am just for this section because it caused me to relax and think, yes, every place I've been has been my home for a little while, for however long I was there, and to just appreciate the moment more. But when I relaxed thinking I wanted one home for the rest of always, then I started feeling a lot better and a lot more comfortable, both with where I am now, the home I'm in now, and with my creative idea of what I do want to manifest for the future. So it's just so helpful the way that Abraham gives us choices. It gives us or describes levels of thinking, and that we can keep learning and growing and growing and growing until we actually get to the point where we have what we want. You know, the place where I am right now in many ways is just the best yet. I love it. So this or better.
You are so uplifting, Candace. I love it, you know, and the gratitude. We are all progressing, you know, and let's acknowledge that. I mean, to have that ability to you know, acknowledge our progress. I love it. Thank you so much, Candace. Very beautiful. Yes, Ahmed?
You mentioned, Candice, and when I get to the place where I have what I want to have, what I'm noticing in my life is that, and more, and it's getting more and more instant. Today, for example, I have a guy working for me, and I was thinking last night that, you know, it would be a little complicated because I have the mastermind, and I have to leave him, and it would be a little, I don't know how to exactly deal with that. So he called in sick today. So the universe gives me what I wanted, but I have to make, you know, I didn't realize how fast my thought was about that and how supportive the source is. And he gave me exactly, thank you, that was exactly what I needed. And my old self would say, well, you know, I wanted him to come and this and that, but that's not the truth. And so maybe we're always getting what we want. We're just not clear on being clear on what we want.
Okay, yes. Let's continue. Chapter 15, vibrational relativity regarding my work. So remember, we went through health, we went through having the body, you know, flexible and healthy and age and all that stuff. We went through home last week, and now we are see how we can detect the ways that we think and the ways that we want to change our thinking here. Vibrational relativity regarding my work. The following are some examples of the vibrational relativity between the common desires and the beliefs that we see in many people regarding their work, employment, or occupation. First, we will state a common desire that many people hold regarding their work, and then we will list a series of common beliefs about that desire. And next, in brackets, following those beliefs, we will indicate the degree of vibrational compatibility. For any desire to be realized by you, or before anything can manifest in your life experience, there must be vibrational compatibility between your desires and your beliefs. As you read down each of the following lists, notice the feeling of the lessening or resistance, or the improvement in the vibrational relationship between the state desire and the commonly associated belief. Desire, common desire here. I want work that is more satisfying, okay? This is what I have been trained to do, but I'm tired of doing it. I believe was more interesting in. Okay, so the new thought. My work was more interesting in the beginning when it was new to me. This belief more compatible with the stated desires. So we can sense a little open shade of when it, well, maybe that open up to feeling good, right? And then the higher thought that they offer us here is, in the same way I learned to do this work, there are many other new things that I could learn to do. So instead of being stuck where you are open and allowing new things to appear. So I don't know about you, but I can sense very easily, you know, how one can collapse and give, you know, like promote to stay stuck in that crystallization, you know, about not having a satisfying work, let's say. And the other one are opening the space already for some new manifestation here. I want work that brings me more monetary compensation. Believe it isn't impossible to make more money doing this, because this is what people who do, this is what people who do what I do make. Okay, done. Okay, no change, crystallization, and here we stay. Next, believe. There are companies who pay better than others, and there are many other companies that the one I am currently involved with. In here, you know, who knows? And then a new belief would say, it's possible to find a company that sees greater value in what I have to offer. So imagine for a second that you believe that you really want, you know, a work that fulfills you more or whatever, and you have this, you repeat this thinking, this thought until you believe it, you know, until you really believe it's possible to find a company that's better.
Now I can.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I want a work environment that is more pleasing. I think about you, Beryl, with the masculine and the feminine that we're discussing here. But let's say that that's a desire that we have. I want a work environment that is more pleasing. All right, you have the right to desire that. Okay. Belief, general. This work environment is a disgusting place. Ah. And that is a fact that you will demonstrate, you will argue it because it's a fact, and and look at it, and you keep there, right? By implementing some good ideas and with a little ingenuity, I can improve my immediate surroundings. Who knows? I may start a trend. A little more opening, just opening the willingness, you know, to see differently. And then a new belief, it says, by visualizing vision of a few good ideas, and with my determination to see it all differently, it feels so bad after all. So instead of being the victim of the situation, you start to use the situation for your learning and changing your kind of appreciation for the situation. That opens doors, you know, as soon as you are grateful for something, open doors. Okay, desire. I want to work with people who are nice to be around. I have no personal control over the people who are hired to work here. And the person I share my office with is very annoying. You already see it, you already created that, we think that, and we keep perpetuating that, okay? New belief. I see a variety of personalities in my workplace. That's an opening, you know, you are not stuck in what you see. It's like there is a variety of things here. And you believe that is higher. I really like that friendly girl who answers the telephone. This belief is even more vibrationally compatible with the stated desire. It's like you focus on something that you appreciate and that probably will grow. Probably no, for sure, from the law of attraction. Desire. I want to do work that stimulates my personal growth. That's me. Believe. I feel stuck in a job that has no opportunities to expand. But that's not me today, but you know, some people maybe want to switch the job and they are their own belief system that they are stuck, okay? there are probably opportunities for expansion around me that I have been overlooking. Possibilities, okay? New belief. The work I want must be out there, and I will know it when I see it. Statement, directional, you know. The work I want must be out there, and I will know it when I see it. Okay. Desire, maybe we all have this one, says, I want to be free. Oh, I love it. Believe, I have no freedom at work, and it seems like I am always there. New belief, my work does have variety, and some of it is pleasurable to experience. A little more closer, not to what you're looking for.
Say again.
Yes, my work does have variety, and some of it is to experience. New belief, it's my choice to be here, and I could choose to leave if I. Okay, so it's my choice. This is something that we work on, and Beryl and I on our Ask Dr. Monica last Wednesday. You know, from I have to I choose to. And it's so empowering to distinguish, you know, that you can engage from an angle or from another. Go to askdrmonica.com and you can see that episode. It was very nice, I love it. So Ask Dr. Monica is askdoctormonica.com. And maybe you can see that, but it's exactly like that. It's my choice to be here. When you know that is your choice, then you know that you can learn a lesson, you can grow with it, you can change it, of course, but you are not the victim of that, okay? So that's a big opening. It's my choice to be here, and I could choose to live if I wanted to. When you're interacting with other people, it sometimes feels a bit more challenging to you to choose your own thoughts. It seems so natural to observe the conditions that are surrounding you and then to have a knee-jerk reaction to whatever those conditions are. But when you discover your ability to sift through those experiences and deliberately choose better feeling perspectives, you will begin to understand your creative invincibility. You will be able to maintain your own desires no matter what is going on around you. And as you learn to exercise your vibrational control, only good feeling situations will find their way to you. Beautiful. Oof, now we come to another one. Page 63 for the ones that you have the book to follow there. Vibrational relativity regarding my relationships. The following are some examples of vibrational relativity between the common desires and the beliefs that we see in many people regarding their relationships. First, we will state a common desire that many people hold regarding their relationships, and then we will list a series of common beliefs about that desire. In brackets, following indicate the degree of vibrational compatibility. Desire to be realized by you, or before anything can manifest in your life experience, there must be vibrational compatibility between your desire and your beliefs. That's what we are learning in these chapters, okay? As you read down each of the following lists, notice the feeling of the lessening or resistance or the improvement in the vibrational relationship between the state desire and the common associated belief. So let's check, okay? You check in your own. Yes, Arne.
Yeah, it's interesting how we are learning here that the belief, if the belief can stop, the belief will create the vibration that we have, and vibration we need to change our belief. So that's what they're in the book is introducing. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? And static. Okay, it's the internet. Okay, forget it.
Okay, I'll continue. Let's see if you can hear me. Oh yes, Candace, I can see you're open.
I was just gonna say we lost there.
Can you hear us, Candace?
There you
Can you hear us now?
now I can, but it went away. But you're back. It might be my network.
Yeah, I didn't hear you, Candace.
It might be my network. I will check with it.
I think it's us here in the clouds. I didn't hear you, Candace. No.
I didn't hear you for quite a while, for maybe 2 minutes, but maybe it's my network. I'll look and see if it's mine. I seem to be connected.
No, it's not you, it's us.
Okay, so I didn't hear you, Candace, the sharing there. I don't know if you want to repeat or I continue reading. Can you hear me now? Ay, ay, ay.
Can someone else read?
Oh, she left. Maybe it's her internet also.
I could hear
Okay.
Candace. Can you hear me?
And could you hear me now? Can you hear
Yeah,
me
I
now?
can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Maybe she probably she come back. I don't know with the connection here. But okay. So yes, you come back. Let's see if it's better, Candace. I'm going to keep reading and then we talk later. Me if you can hear me, Arne.
Yeah.
Okay. So vibrational relativity regarding my relationships. I want to find my perfect partner. How many of us we want that? Believe. I have been looking for so long. All of the really great people have already found it. I remember a friend that has that thought. He's like, oh gosh, all the good men, already taken. Like, what a thought, like, okay. New belief. I decided that I'm really ready for a mate. I'm glad my mate didn't get here before I was ready. That's good. And a new thinking, and you check what is more empowering to go in this direction of getting your nice mate, okay? When I make up my mind about something, it usually works out for me. I think that we have this thought crystallized for us, like when I make up my mind about something, it usually works out for me. And it's so true, I think. This one, we are more in alignment. Desire. My relationship. Yes, Arne?
So the bottom line they're doing here is our belief creates the vibration that will change the vibration, and the results we have to change the beliefs. So then we are introduced to new beliefs, which then we create that. So to me the the engineer mind in me or whatever, what we're trying to do is find new beliefs. The way they do it is very nice. Really what they're trying to do is to change our context, the way we see things. So we're moving away from the way we usually see it to come up with a new way of seeing it through, and so our job is to see if we can find a new context. And the creative questions that we have is an enormously good way. Can I have the work at my perfect job, for example? Now I'm opening up to a new context. So there are different ways of doing it, but bottom line is we're trying to change our belief. We need to change our belief, what I'm hearing here in the book, which I agree with, in order to change our vibration, in order to get what we want. So different ways of changing the belief. Creative questions, look at new context, or just try to talk good to yourself in a new way.
I hear so badly. I mean, I'm so sorry about the technological discomfort here because it's crispy and all that stuff. But I think I get what you said, Arne. Yeah?
Sorry.
No. I think we are doing our best. So just, let's relax here. But I love, that we become aware of what you said right now. We're just learning how to think, more in alignment with what we desire. And it's an art, and it's kind of practical here, like to really notice, is that supportive or not? Yes.
But I know from Course in Miracles is our eyes, our senses, ears are translators. They are not getting the truth, what truth is, but they are translating it what we want to see, what we believe it is. They are translating surroundings to our belief system. If we change belief system, then they translate things differently. We see it differently, we hear it differently. And the change of belief is not happening instantly. It needs mind training. There's a certain neural network which is physical also in domain, which wired up already. It doesn't change instantly, unfortunately. Even though we logically agree that, okay, I want to see things differently. I want to say that I've got good colleagues, I've got good environment in my work area or in my relationship, but I don't see that. But we have to keep repeating. Even though we don't believe at the moment, it's affirmations. It's just trick your mind. Repeat again, repeat again. Even though you see that people are arguing, I'm in a peaceful environment. That's what I believe. And repeat it again. Even though you don't believe, you will achieve to a moment. You will be experiencing it eventually. It takes time.
Thank you, Beryl. Thank you. And I think to me to arrive to that perspective where we can, really change our thinking, you need to awake a little bit because we are so identified with our minds that whatever we think, is the truth. So I think I just want to acknowledge our group here that we have that space, that presence that can notice, this kind of thought. I see you. No, I'm aware of this. It's already free. Touch, then I can say, what was it? Okay, well, I don't know how far you have heard of us. But okay, let's continue here. Just supporting awareness and awakening. Okay, so the question of the desire is, I want to improve my relationship with my mate. Everything I do seems to make my mate angry. New belief. We had a great relationship when we first came together. Oh, that's an exciting feeling here. New belief, even more in alignment here. I did love to return to those old feelings of really loving each other. Intention, openness, in direction. Desire. I want a better relationship with my parents. Belief. Even though I have been an adult for years, my mother still thinks she needs to do. Okay. So I believe that I can demonstrate it, I can argue it, okay? New belief. Me comes from a place of wanting me to have a good life. That's more compassionate, more loving. And a new belief says, my mother really does mean well. And what she says and does actually has little or not effect on my life. And it's interesting to me because I had this story with my mother. Can you hear me? So I would love if we can hear that.
It's in and out, Monica.
In and out. Yeah, I can hear it. I can see that. Okay, well, we can surrender, let go, and just take a deep breath and continue. Okay? Let's see. Well, I was just saying that I can see the evolution in this direction in my own self, in my own experience in relationship to my mother. Today is the same, you know, like my mother can like or not like things that I do. She doesn't believe whatever it is, and I love her. I'm like, okay, of your life and do self. Before I think I needed, you know, approval and, you know, her to be, you know, but not worry. I mean, now if she wants to be worried, it's up to her, you know. So, but it's not about not loving her or anything like that. So it's a big, beautiful growth. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It comes and goes.
Better relationship with my children or with my child. Seems to think that I am the path through which everything she wants will come to her. When I was his age, I looked at life very differently than I do now, but not so different from the way he sees it, I suppose. Right? New belief. We are both continually changing, and that is such a good. New desire. I want a better relationship with my employers, with my employer, I think, or employer. Eh? Yes? Yes? Candace?
Did I pushed the wrong button? Carry on, pardon me.
Okay, okay. So my employer doesn't seem to be aware of how much value I am to him. New belief. I want to make a noticeable difference at work. So that will become the source, okay? I want to make a noticeable difference at work. New belief. I feel good about the work I do regardless of anyone else's awareness of it. Here, you know, or you are depending. New desire. I want to get along better with people. Belief. People don't seem to understand me. I'm like a fish out of water. New belief. There is great variety in people. Well, with some of them. Okay, a little more opening with new belief. I do have a good relationship with that person. So, you know, to have the intention to look for the good in any situation, you know, is such a huge step towards liberation here, towards freedom. As you are beginning to deliberately train your perspective toward those better feeling beliefs, we always encourage you something easy. In other words, do not focus on your most challenging relationship and use it as your test case to see how good you are at improving your vibrational relativity between where you are and where you want to be. Shown yourself that you can easily, on most subjects, find improved perspectives, then you can focus on those more challenging situations. In time, you will know that you have absolute control over the way you feel, over your point of attraction, and over everything that comes into your own life experience. So let's pick a little topic here that is important to you and start to, you know, demonstrate yourself that, that works, you know. And to me, as a testimony or sharing the experience, I would say that in my intimate relationship with Arne, I went through so many phases, you know, and I am aware how even though being in the spiritual path and, you know, committed to myself was easy to do that work when I was by myself in meditation alone or whatever, but I was super activated as soon as I was coming out from the room of doing my meditation, you know, and took me a lot to stop focusing on him, you know, and what he's doing wrong or what he needs to change or whatever, and to focus on the vision, kind of relationship that I wanted. And I'm getting it. It's amazing. I mean, I can say, you know, it took me years, but I perceive this Arne completely different than 20 years ago, you know. So it's very powerful to know. And again, like you were saying, Beryl, it's not like you change because you think at one time. You know, you have to really be committed to your inner vision, you know, and detach from the outside, you know, like stop projecting there, you know, what it is that I'm committed, and recreate myself with my new story about my new relationship, how wonderful, how many moments we have sitting peacefully, connected intimately, you know, feeling our presence, devotion for the truth. I mean, I love it, you know, and it's something that, from my experience, now I'm managing that for my financial freedom too, you know. I do want, and I know, you know, I'm already financially free somewhere, so it's a matter of, you know, letting go who I am not and allowing that to be embodied, you know. So patience, willingness, and mastering this sense of what thoughts are more in alignment with what I'm really looking for, okay? Okay, well, we have 6 minutes here, and the next chapter is about financial abundance. So I think I'm going to read 2 or 3 thoughts about it, and then we complete for today and we continue next Saturday. So chapter 17, for the ones that you have the book, page 67. Vibrational relativity regarding my financial abundance. So it's the same format here. So for any desire to be realized by you, or before anything can manifest in your life experience, there must be vibrational compatibility between your desires and your beliefs. Not only thought, like Barry was saying before, believe. You have to bombard, repeat until you believe it, okay? And that belief has to be in alignment with what you desire. So let's read here. Desire. I want more money. How many of you are there? Belief. I am so tired of not being able to afford to do the things I want to do. Okay, here we are stuck on this one, right? New belief. If I plan well, I can shift things around so that my money goes farther. That's an opening, no? You start to, okay, there is a possibility here. New belief. I'm so glad I have enough money to put towards this thing that I want. Interesting to me, this last thought, you know, is like you can focus on the half glass empty or the same glass half full, okay? And something that I learned through my prosperity journey here is that I was much more attached, identified with scarcity mentality when I was focused all the time, gosh, you know, we cannot do that, or we cannot do that, or I want to go to Spain and I can't. Well, stop, you know, focusing on I can't, you know, and start focusing, what do you live, what do you appreciate here, and start to feel the safety of the moment, okay? And then, yes, I do want to go to Spain. It's on my list of, you know, desires, but not because I'm going escaping from any other thing or because I'm going to get something that I don't have right now, you know. So it's very beautiful to see the progress of my own alignment to the possibility and how I am much more busy today in gratitude. Let's say that yesterday, or I don't remember when, I went to the supermarket, you know, and suddenly I paid the bill, you know, and all that stuff, bread, milk, I mean, essentials. And I was so grateful, you know. It's like, God, you know, it's not beautiful, you know, that we can have, you know, this beautiful dinner with friends and all. Thank you, you know. So that's something that I noticed in my own experience that is switching already, you know. And I am not all the time there either. I do catch myself, you know, pointing things that I cannot afford. What do I do with that aspect? You know, love it. Not like it, not judging it, you know, but you just offer compassion, you know, like, I love the, you know, the sensation that I get when I'm, gosh, I'm so sorry, you know, that's not what I want to think, you know, I let you go and I choose to think, you know, instead of judging the thought itself, you know. Well, this I think is for today. Next day we continue with money, that I think is interesting, but let's see if we can master this week, you know, our own experience between different levels of thinking. If there is something that you want, you know, to write it down and then to check, you know, my thoughts are in alignment with this, or I'm really have, you know, to work in some concrete thinking that I'm aware already that is resisting or blocking my desire here. So next day we are going to start on page 68 and continue with money, and it's not too long or anything like that, but I think it's important to see in all the aspects. So any question, any comment before we close here for our hour of mastermind? No? Okay. Yes, Candace, go for it.
I just wanted to say I feel more wealthy after reading this. I feel like that more of the things I want are coming my way. You know, I'm manifesting a car right now. That's my current project. So it just feels
So
really good.
why is more money coming your way?
Oh, why is it? Because it's magnetized to me. It's attracted to me, and because I love it and respect it and take good care of it, and I'm a wise person to have it in my hands. I'd love to hear what everybody else says why extra money is coming to them also.
Infinite answers if you ask the question. This is how we can direct the mind to. I do have something to say. We don't need to make the mind think. Mind thinks. It's happening. Creation happens, the world shows up, and our thoughts are running. That we do not need to put that power for that to take place. Now, but what we need to do, or what we could do, is to direct where the river of thoughts go. That's the only thing that we really need to do, which we do excellently with good questions like this one. Why do you always have extra money? Or why is money always coming to you? And now I'm directing, now my mind starts to look for that. And as many times as you ask the question, you're going to get an infinite amount of answers. So it's a good way to change the flow of the mind, IMO, in my opinion.
Thank you. And I recommend all of us here. I mean, I have the application of creative questions on my phone. It's very nice. And, you know, you click and you have a creative question, the creative question for the day or whatever. But it's go to creativequestions.com and read. There's a lot of information about how our creative mind, that's what we call creative questions, because when you are curious and open, you allow the creativity of the universe to get filtered through the filter that you are asking for. You know, like in this case, money, you know, why can I have more money? You don't even have to figure it out, you know. You wait, hey, universe, why can I have more money? And it's super okay to don't know. The opposite is even better, because then you allow the universe to download the knowing of the universe instead of me worrying having to figure it out, you know. So it's very powerful. Enjoy it. I mean, really, there is a lot of free information there, and then if you feel called, purchase the application. I don't know if it's $9 or $10 or whatever, but I mean, it's not a lot of things that will educate your mind, because if you ask a question every day, your mind is going to change, much more open, much more creative, and in touch, you know, with the activity. So, for your passion, he's the creator of creative questions. Really, he came with that idea home, you know, and was a big work that we have done with that, and the application is beautiful to use, and we have dedicated a lot of our time and passion to express, you know, that creative questions body of work, I will say, because you can work a lot, you can kick out shadows. I mean, there is a deep work that you can do there, okay? But just if you want just to focus on the mind, to know that we have the tendency to ask negative questions, like we put our creativity towards negativity. I don't. Yesterday, I was seeing the TV at home. We don't have TV channels. We have a TV, and I connect the TV with the Netflix or YouTube or whatever, you know. And we were seeing a movie, and suddenly I said to Annie, "Wow, why is our internet working so well right now?" And it's interesting because, you know, I start to catch myself asking that are supporting the creation that I want to manifest here, you know. In the past, I will only catch myself when I was asking questions when things were not working, like, why is my computer stuck right now? Or why is the car not starting? Or why is this guy not calling me? Or I never catch myself asking, you know. So it's an incredible switch if you like to play with that, you know. So I enjoyed yesterday. Was appreciation, gratitude was beautiful. Okay, guys, we're a little past on time here, 5 minutes, and I just love to be with you and the perseverance that it takes, and that is for everyone that is seeing this video, you know. To change, to master our mind needs perseverance, like constant. So it's very beautiful to have people like us committed to the same thing, nurturing each other here, empowering each other, and wonderful week, and we can see each other next Saturday again, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And again, if you want something, comments, questions, or want to be on the panel here, or invite some friend to come, Arne, ARNE, at unlimitednetwork.com. You send him an email and he will answer you. So thank you, everyone. Prosperous week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.